Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, Tullahoma remembers the first oh my God, can we start over?
We're live right now.
Oh my God. Coming up tonight on Middle Tennessee News, Tullahoma remembers the veterans with a ceremony you don't want to miss.
City Commissioner discusses safety, and Chairman Pettis talks about how we are more safe than ever.
And the body has been discovered between Rutherford and Wilson County.
All those stories plus your local weather, Middle Tennessee News starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Jimmy Covington.
And I'm Cheyenne Avila. Welcome to Middle Tennessee News.
The city of Tullahoma is remembering our veterans. The Tullahoma Board is hosting a ceremony at South Jackson Civic Center for all veterans. Officials say that Colonel Jeff Garrotti will be speaking to all who attend. Following the ceremony, a ribbon cutting for the Veterans Memorial Walk will occur. The city of Tullahoma is proud to honor American veterans and celebrate their contributions to our nation's security.
According to city commissioners, safety is priority in Rutherford County. First responders, ambulance services, and the Sheriff's Department are all involved with the Public Safety Committee. Recently, many citizens have questioned if they are in a protected county. Chairman Pettis Reed says that he is confident that the city is safer than ever in 2019. According to commissioners, the Emergency Management Agency receives a high volume of calls. However, the agency is sufficient to take care of all Rutherford County needs.
Today, a body was found by a pedestrian during his morning walk. Over the Rutherford County line into the Wilson County, a body of a 59-year-old man was found. A pedestrian found the body on Highway 231 while walking. This story is still developing.
The Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security welcomes a new face. Clyde D. Lewis is the new director of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Lewis is a Tipton County native and has experience in public service. He has been involved in public safety for over 4 decades. He also served in many leadership roles at many different levels of government. It is safe to say that he is well qualified for his new position.
The road to the 2020 election is heating up in Iowa this weekend. Candidates descending on Wells Fargo area in Des Moines, preparing for the state caucuses in February. Middle Tennessee News reporter Kristen Allen was on the ground in Des Moines, talking supporters and Iowa voters.
Chanting, dancing, and campaigning. 3 things happening on Center Street and in the Iowa Event Center in downtown Des Moines, all leading up to the Democratic Party's Liberty and Justice celebration. Advocates arriving early and eager for their candidate.
I got here about 4:30 this morning. I didn't sleep at all last night. I was super excited to get out here, and so I just came.
Iowans and Americans from across the states have come out to show support for their candidates. They say coming out here and rallying voters is more important than sitting at home.
Icy rain not stopping fans from celebrating their favorites by attending pre-parties, marches, and lining the streets with signs endorsing who they think should be the next president.
Vice President Biden has had firefighters' backs for the last 50 years. He's been fighting for our cause, and he's been on our side. So we want to make sure that he knows that we've got his back in this fight.
Democratic voters saying it's vital to publicly back your candidate.
And I don't think that we can ask people to help us make the change if we're not out here leading by example. And so if it's raining, it's raining. We stand out here for him no matter what.
Due to the current administration, participants and attendees saying this election is the most important one of our lifetime.
And if we don't stop him, he's not only going to destroy the planet, but he's going to destroy the United States as we know it.
I think that if we come together and we back this candidate, it's not necessarily the person, individual, it's all of us coming together to fix what's currently wrong with the United States and with our leadership.
In Des Moines, I'm Kristen Allen.
Iowa has proven to be important in this election. 17 Democratic candidates now are left in the race after Representative Beto O'Rourke dropped out Friday night. Tennessee primaries are taking place on March the 3rd.
Now, Jimmy, this weather pattern, it's been crazy over the past couple weeks. I don't know about you, but it's been hot, cold, rainy.
I haven't even known what to wear. It's been kind of crazy. But now, Morgan joins us with our first look at weather.
You know, y'all, things are finally starting to even out, and today we were looking at some ideal fall weather conditions. It was a partly sunny day out there with a high of 61 degrees, wind speeds of 12 miles per hour, and humidity levels of only 36%. Back to y'all.
Still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, the Tennessee Small Business Development Center will be visiting Lebanon.
And a local tobacco and beer store was burglarized. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded. Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It started with the original care package and millions more like it, passed from hand to hand across land and sea to help survivors in the aftermath of war. As we grew, we found better ways to help those in need, ways to make a real difference, not just today, but tomorrow as well. Be the difference in people's lives. Help deliver lasting change at care.org.
The Tennessee Small Business Development Center will be visiting Lebanon. The TSBDC provides small business owners of Tennessee with free help and advice on how to grow their businesses. The event will be held next Tuesday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Those wishing to attend can reserve their spot by calling 615-444-5503.
The Super Discount Tobacco and Beer store in Murfreesboro was burglarized and vandalized on Halloween night. During the investigation, the owners were unable to determine if anything had been stolen, and the cameras were not working at the time of the burglary. They later found out that the store faces a loss of about $1,000. Detective James Wilkson was notified and responded to the scene.
On the 29th of October, a man by the name of Don Gallant walked into the Murfreesboro Police Department to report a crime. The perpetrator, cash to go. The local business located on Memorial Boulevard is being accused by Mr. Gallant of wrongfully and maliciously withdrawing $500 from his account. Prior to this incident, Mr. Gallant took out a $500 loan with cash to go with the final due date of October 28th. The moment he knew he wouldn't be able to pay the loan back on time, he attempted to contact the business only to be greeted by a voicemail which stated all accounts and employees had been sold over to Tennessee Quick Cash. After contacting them, Mr. Gallant is told that his account had not been bought out by Tennessee Quick Cash. At this time, Mr. Gallant is still unable to contact any representative from Cash to Go, and the matter remains unsolved.
The Rutherford County Property Management Committee met Friday to discuss the historic Rutherford County Courthouse renovations. Some of these renovations include new carpeting, new paint, new sewer line, new wallpaper, and LED lights outside. Mayor Bill Ketchum said, "We're just trying to make the courthouse what she would be, the beautiful place that everybody respects and kind of one of the gems of our community." The courthouse is in the center of Murfreesboro's downtown square and serves as a seat for county commission meetings, and inside is the offices for the mayor and other officials.
They're changing the pavers over here. They've started that part of it. They're painting the bricks on the wings, and they're painting the eaves and the windows. They're redoing all that. Now we're putting in LED lights. Change all the lighting on the cupola and then on the columns. Plus we're adding a lot of extra lights that are going to change the colors on the eaves. Some of the carpet that we have inside the building, it's wool. It's 100% wool. We're going back with something a little more durable. The wool rug was really expensive, and so we're going back with a more modern material.
Police are investigating car burglaries in Middle Tennessee. Residents are encouraged to keep a lookout for any possible theft. According to the police department, there were several overnight vehicle burglaries in the Port Royal Estate subdivision. In the 2018 overview, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation's Crime in Tennessee report, there has been an overall increase in crime in the state.
And you know, the sun has just been shining today, and we haven't really had that over the past week. I had to pull out my sunglasses today and everything just to walk on campus because it was so bright outside.
I had to bring mine out too. Now Morgan joins us with tonight's weather forecast.
Yeah, you know, y'all, if you are going out tonight, make sure to stay warm because it is going to be a cloudy and cold night. We are looking at a low of 39 degrees, but the wind speeds will be calming down to about 5 miles per hour, and humidity is going to stay at 36%. After the break, I'll have your full weather forecast.
Still it.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded. Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It started with the original care package and millions more like it. Passed from hand to hand, across land and sea, to help survivors in the aftermath of war. As we grew, we found better ways to help those in need, ways to make a real difference, not just today, but tomorrow as well. Be the difference in people's lives. Help deliver lasting change at care.org.
Today was an ideal fall day out there. With partly cloudy skies, we had a high of 61 degrees, humidity levels of 36%, and wind speeds of 12 miles per hour. And into tonight, things are really going to cool down with a low of 39 degrees, humidity levels staying at 36%, and wind speeds calming down to 5 miles per hour. As for the rest of our week, tomorrow and Wednesday are going to be looking a lot like today did. Tomorrow we're going to have partly sunny skies with a high of 61 and low of 36, and Wednesday is going to be full of sunny skies with a high of 66 and low of 46. Things will start to cool down on Thursday though. We're going to have an 80% chance of showers Thursday evening, a high of only 59 degrees, and a low of 33. And even though the skies will be clearing up on Friday, things are going to cool down. We will be looking at a high of only 45 degrees and a low of 25. That's it for your full weather forecast. Back to y'all.
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight on Middle Tennessee News.
We'll see you on Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Have a good day.